In this video, I will be going through the first steps in making an L-shaped entertainment center for my family room. This video will focus on stock selection, stock prep, and assembly of the frame. This is the first part of a 3-part series on making this entertainment center, so don't forget to subscribe to be notified when the next parts are released. Since I will be painting most of the entertainment center, I went with Southern Pine from the big box store. When properly seasoned, Southern Pine is stable, and it's also one of the harder softwoods available. Also, it's substantially cheaper and more widely available than other hardwoods one might use for paint projects, such as poplar. I start off by rough cutting the stock to length and width, leaving extra in both dimensions. A quick word on stock selection. Dimensional lumber is available with just about any grain orientation you can think of, so it's important to be selective. Flat sawn boards will work, especially if they are knot free and well dried. If possible, pick through the stack to get boards with more quarter sawn grain, such as this piece. Though this has the pith running through it, that can be cut off, leaving a perfect section of quarter sawn wood. When you're processing boards, keep this in mind and reserve the best stock for the parts of the project that will show the most. Kiln-dried lumber tends to bind in the cut due to internal stresses, so it may be necessary to cut these with a bandsaw. With the boards cut to rough length and width, now plane them to rough thickness, say an 1/8 inch to a 1/4 inch extra. After rough processing, I like to let my board sit for a few days to a week to let any internal stresses relieve. You will often find that the boards move in that time, so leaving the extra length, width, and thickness allows for you to adjust the board to final dimensions. For the frame pieces, I finish planing these to 1 inch thickness. Next is to cut the boards to final width. If you have some edges that have imperfections, now is a great time to selectively trim those off. This entertainment center will be basic frame and panel construction, so I'm now pairing up the corner stiles. Again, bearing in mind stock selection, I'm putting the clearest and most quarter sawn boards on the show faces of the cabinet. These simply glue together, no need for fasteners. To capture the panels, I will cut a rabbet on one edge of the boards. Since glue tends to make the boards slide around while being clamped, I'm firing in a brad nail in each end to hold them in place. Oh, I made a mistake here. Didn't need to cut these rabbets in a few spots, so I'll fill them back on with some scrap pieces of wood. I left the scrap pieces a bit larger than needed so I could plane them to sit perfectly flush with the stiles. Since this will be painted, I fill in all the cracks with a wood filler. Now it's time to cut the rails to final length. I also cut the stiles to final length. Since the stiles are all the same length, I clamp a stop block to make easily repeatable cuts. I'm going with pocket hole screws for this project because they're simple to use and definitely strong enough for an entertainment center. After gluing up one of the assemblies, I check it for square. I forgot to cut a rabbet in a couple of the rails, so I'll do that now with the router. With the rabbet cut, I square the corners with the chisel. All the corner assemblies are complete, so all that's left to do now is glue everything together. If you would like to see me finish building this entertainment center, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll have 2 more videos in this series coming out in the following weeks, so hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss them. Until then, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next part.